she went in.
Well, they said at times she was like very confused, so she may have just been too out of it to tell them anything.
Right, but I would think that if at times she was confused, there were other times where she wasn't.
Okay, the other times that she wasn't confused, she's probably like, what the hell's going on? You know, I mean, or an emergency like that, and she's having heart palpitations. Like, you know, when you start having arrhythmias and stuff, that's the only thing you're focusing on.
So does it say, you said one person was in intensive care for 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. What were they treating that person for?
Let's see. Oily sheen, fruity garlic-like odor coming from her mouth, ammonia-like smell from the tube of blood.
Well, the fruity breath is part of the kidney failure.
Manila-colored particles floating in the blood. So I wonder if these were noticeable by eye or under the microscope.
Yeah, that would make a big difference.
Yeah.
I wonder if that dimethyl, whatever she was injecting, was just disintegrating her body.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Because here's what I'm reading, that she was taking DMSO, the dimethyl sulfoxide. At the time, it was thought to be a wonder drug that relieved various arthritic aches and pains.
Yeah, by relieving it, it kills you.
It was metabolized to become dimethyl sulfone, which is
what you said.
Found in her system, likely produced by the administration of oxygen by the EMTs. When the attendant drew blood from her in the emergency room, it says the relative sudden and sharp drop in temperature of the blood inside of her body to the cool air of the hospital could have caused a chemical reaction that changed it to dimethyl sulfate, a lethal compound.
That's crazy.
Her body temperature was too high to allow the creation of that compound internally.
That's nuts.
The woman that spent 2 weeks in intensive care, they said she had breathing problems. She developed...
Well, from the ammonia stuff.
Yeah, she developed hepatitis.
Shit.
And avascular necrosis in her knees.
Oh,
necrosis in her knees? Jesus Christ.
Well,
could that be from, like, I guess maybe lack of blood flow?
I have no idea. The lab said that they said she'd been using the dimethyl sulfoxide, a solvent used as a powerful degreaser, which was a home remedy for pain.
Injecting it? That sounds retarded.
That was pushing all the oil out of her body. That's why she had greasy skin.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
No.
Well, sulfate, sulfur derivatives get rid of oil. That's why a lot of acne products have sulfur in them.
Well, sounds like this lady was just so desperate to feel better. She was just injecting whatever she could in herself, and she made a really toxic chemistry experiment out of herself.
Did you say something about it crystallizing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. The Lawrence Livermore Laboratories is the one that
signed off on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's insane.
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
What else you got?
No, I'm still reading. Hold on. I was reading that Ramirez's family pathologist was unable to determine a cause of death because her heart was missing. This was, I guess, after,
Oh, God, I would hope so.
It just completely just like melted her heart. Her heart was missing. Her other organs were cross-contaminated with fecal matter, and her body was too badly decomposed.
Oh, her shit just ruptured.
On April 20th, 1994, 10 weeks after her death.
Huh. That sounds like a bad way to go.
Yeah. Okay, now I have to find my page again.
I mean, I feel bad for her, of course, but God, those people in the hospital trying to help her. And
they said they had to get everybody out of the ER. Everybody had to go out into the parking lot. They had to evacuate it.
Wow.
God.
Hold on. I'm trying to find the page I was on. I lost it because I was looking that up. Give me just a second. The next story is... Oh, yeah, Overton Bridge. This is in... I don't know. It says found near the town of Dumbarton.
That's
Guessing like England.
That's
somewhere.
an awful name.
Dumbarton.
Where are you from? I'm from Dumbarton.
Dumbo Town.
So
yeah.
there's this bridge that dogs jump from
I've
to
heard
their
about
death.
Yeah.
Oh my
I've
God.
watched the thing like you just be walking your dog and it just whoop.
Just right over the bridge.
What
I mean,
in
with
the
gusto
fuck?
and vigor, like Charlie walks.
Oh my
It's
God.
been called Bridge of Death.
Yeah.
At least 50 dogs since the 1960s have thrown themselves to their deaths. Hundreds more have jumped and survived. And out of those, some have jumped, survived, come back on the bridge, and jumped again.
Jesus.
I read one theory about that because Ross and I watched an episode of
Yeah.
a show where they were trying to figure out what was
They were
going
doing
on.
like EMF readings
Yeah,
and
and
stuff
trying
like
to figure out
that.
what was going on. And they thought maybe it had something to do with the curve of the bridge and reflections of things on the bottom. Like, so the dogs would see like a prey animal, like a rabbit's reflection, and just be overcome with prey drive. And then they're like, whoops!
Maybe the first time. Probably, I wouldn't expect him to come back up and do it again.
Oh,
though.
Moby would. Moby'd do it 75 times in a row. We'd be like, we'll get that fucking rabbit!
Yeah, I've heard of that, of smells, which since 1960s, what's that
what
smell
would the same
lingering
smell
around?
be hanging around?
Some kind of noise
Oh my God,
caused
that
by
made
the
me think of something.
wind,
I could
some
see
kind of frequency.
I could see noise or electromagnetic frequency.
Y'all, when she said about that smell hanging around from 1965, all I could think about was that story from last night.
Oh my God, we can't say it on here, but
Yes, we can. We just can't use names.
Yeah, I know.
The belly button. The stinky belly button.
Yeah, that's
The dog just cleaned it out and it never came back. I was like...
yeah, we were all just kind of like,
Everybody
what
was-
the
yeah, and this individual kept talking about, I used to put my finger in my belly button and put it in her nose, and she'd gag, and it was funny. I don't think that's fucking funny at all. It's pretty goddamn disgusting, if you ask me.
Okay. If I had a smelly button on me, I'd be like totally
smelly
Button.
button?
I'd be like, I'd have to do it at least twice because that's just who I am.
I would only accept that being done to me once. And that one time would have been very quickly
I'm still
followed
try-
up with a don't ever do that again.
I'm still trying to think about letting the dog just lick my belly button for like 75 minutes or however long it takes to get all the
That's a
belly...
nasty ass dog. Their sense of smell is better than ours. All right.
Like, ooh, something died up in here.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, dogs love to go roll in dead
Oh,
things.
yeah, that
Yeah,
dog was
and
like, this is the best.
Our dogs like to eat cat shit, so I mean,
I don't...
Sookie loves to pull worms out of the ground and roll around on them.
I just, when he was saying that, I let your dog lick your belly button for how long? And it cured it, you say. All right, then.
you know what else would have? Soap and water.
You gotta wash that thing.
Oh, goodness.
Sweet son of a bitch.
Oh,
Now,
Lord.
why take a... Nah, I'm gonna let the dog. I'm sorry. I've been processing that for about 12 hours now. And
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're killing Brandy over there.
Don't you fucking throw up on my table. Oh my God, that reminds me.
drink the bitch.
So Amber got a microscope that connects to the phone, right?
I wonder what that was.
So when we were, it's a microscope.
I would look at everything.
We did when
were.
we got home last night. Yeah, it was really fucking
Where'd you get
cool.
it from?
Amazon, $25. Works really well. Here, I'll send you the
Yeah, do that.
fucking thing. You got
It
it.
is those the ones that they were like using with the lipsticks.
Like, I need more.
on the
Like, I need more, like, toys, but... Hey, Ross, my belly button.
Oh my God.
Ooh, body of a woman found on Interstate 40. I just got that
Our
alert.
friend's gonna never love me again.
Yes, $24.
Really cool. That's awesome.
Greenbrier police say the body of a woman who has been missing since Friday was found along I-40 Sunday morning.
There's been a lot of shit going on locally. Mm-hmm. Like, that little 3-year-old still missing here from town.
Yeah.
I just sent it to you.
Okay, thank you. I think that was a parental abduction, like a non-custodial parent.
Yeah.
But, God, that's scary. Can you? When that happens, I can't but think, like, put myself in that place, and like, that would just be the most terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Not knowing if that baby was okay, not knowing if they're going to come back to you in one piece.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh my God, y'all. Look at my little Manny man in daycare.
He's so cute.
He's such a mess. This morning, he comes in, good morning, because, I don't know, apparently early mornings make you happy when you're a little terror, but he comes in, good morning. Do you want to decorate for my birthday party? It's like, well, it's 3 weeks away, but sure. So that's what
I do. Not right now, though.
that's what
Jesus
he
Christ.
did that on purpose. That's what
You should see the clip marks on there. Fuck.
So yeah, we went and made goodie bags before we came down here.
Nice.
Oh my God.
All right, do we have anything else?
Yeah, I've got the Pollock twins.
Would you let your baby? She's
she go
outside.
outside?
Yeah, I let her out
I know.
because she was whining at
Okay,
me,
you get to read this.
giving me them puppy dog eyes because she is in fact a puppy dog that has 2 eyes. All right, so this is the Pollock twins.
Okay, are we sure it's Pollock or not Pollock? Because Pollock's actually a racial slur.
No, it's not. It's
Yes, the fuck it is.
People from Poland.
That is like saying, yes, it is.
How is it a fucking racial slur? That's number one. Being Polish isn't a race. Number two, they're
It is
fucking
an
from-
ethnic slur. Pollock is like an ethnic. Trust me, I am.
What, a Pollock?
Yes. My dad used to call my mom that every day.
Well, I know what I'll be calling you from now on.
All right, gypsy boy.
I'm not actually a gypsy though. Well,
I'm not actually a Pollock. I'm actually Czechoslovakian, and that's Pollock.
well, good. It's the Pollock twins. Would be the fancy way of saying it. On
Why
May
is the picture of the two girls from
Tomato twins.
The
Yeah.
Shining?
Yeah, I don't know. So on
You people are stupid.
on May the 5th of 1957, 2 English sisters, Joanna and Jacqueline, were killed in a car accident in the parish of Hexham. 2 years later, their mother gave birth to twins, Jillian and Jennifer.
Okay, so were they twins or just
Yeah.
sisters?
Well,
What was that, sisters?
Okay.
but they were both killed.
Yeah. 2 years later, mom gave birth to twins, Jillian and Jennifer, who were identical in almost every way, save for Jennifer's birthmarks that resembled similar marks on her deceased sister, Jacqueline.
See, and I believe birthmarks can be marks from reincarnation.
Okay.
That's where we're going with this, I'm sure.
I don't know. Not long after that, not long after the twins were born, the family moved away to a different part of the country. As time went on, Jillian and Jennifer began asking for toys favored by their elder sisters, and when the family moved back to Hexham, what's an awful fucking name?
Hexham.
Yeah, whatever. Is there anything else that I'm going to say that you would like to fucking correct?
Well, fucking say
Every
it
other
right.
word.
The twins supposedly recognized landmarks that they had no way of having seen before. Eventually, these incidents trickled off, but it was enough evidence for the parapsychologist Dr. Ian Stevenson to write about.
Stephenson.
No, it's with a V.
I was kidding.
To write about the Pollock twins.
I figured you could pronounce your own name.
It's not my name. In a book about
Close
reincarnation. No, it's not. In a book about reincarnation, claiming they were reincarnations of their elder sisters. It's Stevenson, and it's with a V. My last name is Stevens with a PH. It's not the same. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Fuck you,
Oh,
Jake.
God.
That, I don't know what, that to me is so comforting.
What did I just said? Fuck you.
No, that's like,
Yes.
I don't even register that. Like, that's like, hi.
like 80% of my vocabulary.
But like, that's so comforting that like, I mean, even when you lose someone, they're not really lost.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, that's about to make me cry. But like, can you imagine like the grief of losing both your children,
Yeah.
and then feeling like the universe gave them back to you?
I
That's
totally
powerful.
believe in reincarnation.
Oh, I
Oh
do.
yeah.
I love those shows.
I love
kids
hearing like
talking
kids
about-
talk
oh
about
my
their
God.
past
Oh
lives
God,
and stuff.
some of those are just
Well, it's
insane.
the level of detail those children
Yeah,
can
and you're
give
thinking,
you.
how in the world?
Well, see, and